Beyond first impressions. In 2008, I embarked on a fortnight's official tour to Delhi, my first big trip to Delhi after I had relocated to Madras, Chennai. Just in the nick of time, via social media, I got in touch with Manu Mohindra and Sonia Chaudhary, my student couple. They virtually at gunpoint forced me to stay with them for a fortnight. It was a very beautiful experience. Well, I had never met them. I could not meet them on my earlier trips, which were very short, truncated trips. Another student couple, Rishi Kapoor and his wife, Petit Anu Oberoi, threw a party in my honor. And what's more, they invited all my students in Delhi with their families for it. Overwhelming to interact with their children and their spouses, to collect their visiting cards. The glow on my face becoming brighter and brighter with each and every visiting card that I collected. I was overawed. They were on the path for achieving great things in life. I slept peacefully that night as flashbacks of their being in first year and their present designations kept flashing through my mind like a movie. And when I returned to Madras, I mailed a common mail to all and expressed the joy of meeting them, their families and spouses, and of course, the joy of seeing them in their places where they are and on their path to success in the profession. I remarked that in the very first year that I was with them, they were my first bunch of students, my class of 92, as I refer to them, who joined in 1989. I used to feel very embarrassed because I had a limited wardrobe, 3 pairs of trousers and maybe three or four shirts, and that too in a city named Delhi, where Delhi culture was about having an extensive wardrobe and flashing clothes. Now, I used to always wonder, and I used to always feel a little bad that my students would be behind my back talking about my limited wardrobe. I mentioned it there. In that email, I mentioned that I used to feel very embarrassed about this little thing. Now it's with you in first year. I received a reply on behalf of all from Shailja Kalia, daughter of an English school teacher in Dehradun. She had the finest English amongst all of us. I mean, anything to do with English, she was best. Her reply started, I still remember, with, "Dear sir, for the love of me, I cannot get to address you as Mr. Neelkantan." She allayed my doubts, slayed the demons in my mind, as she went on to articulate how they had never bothered to notice my wardrobe. Leave it, don't discuss it. For they noticed I should do my homework very diligently. I explained the subject very well. I was absolutely focused on my objective. That helped them. That made sure they could not be focused. The doors to my office were always open. I was accessible to them, but I was friendly but not familiar. Besides, I was very well groomed, which was needed. And then she added the end. Hence, we never ever noticed your limited wardrobe. But now that you have mentioned it, you're trying to remember. But seriously, we just cannot think of your attire except the fact that you are very well groomed and your classes were a delight. This is how she summed it up. I was free of the demons of my mind and of all my doubts and everything that's plaguing my mind. But the only regret is that that mail, we don't have a copy, but she mailed it from her official mail ID, and she moved from that place. And I received it on my Yahoo mail ID, which got hacked. But memories of the mail are still very warm, and that's more than enough. On receipt of the mail, I realized that I was actually very blessed to have such focused, non-judgmental students who chose to focus only on academics, then to digress and focus on the limited wardrobe of the teacher. Embrace the twist to enjoy the turn. Thank you.